are in a farm in Belluno, La Francescana, with 330 dairy cow in milking. And today I wanted to show you all the facilities of this farm, but it's still very efficient farm. And in this area we have the dairy cow in milking. Then over there we have the calf area, and at the end there is the barn with the stock of the raw material. That area on the left side there is the dry barn, the dry period, and 2 days before calving they are moved in another pen on the other side for calving. Now today I wanna to check the quality of the TMR. This is a mixed group of dairy cow. They are at first calving and second calving, and inside there are the most productive dairy cattle. Here today we are an average liter of milk today is 39 liter as average. So we check now the system. This is the pen state separator, and we check the quality of the product. This is on at the bottom sieve. Then we have the one with the hole at 4 millimeters. This is 8 millimeters, and this is 19 millimeters. So we go to take an average of 500 grams of TMR. We go to the drip. We did here 500 grams of TMR, and now we go to measure. So what kind of we go to weight now. Zero. The first sieving should be from 2 to 8%. Here we have 32 grams. In the second, 190. In the third sieving, from 10 to 20% it should be, so it's 90. I wanted to show that here there are some pellet of feed compound that should be at the bottom sieving. That's why we should take in account later, because a small percentage is of feed compound pellet. And the last one here, it should be around from 30 to 40%. It is 194. And now we calculate the percentage. Here, these are the results. So on the top sieving we have 6% of TMR. It's in the perfect range advised for the first sieving. In the second, higher than 8 here is higher than 8 millimeter. We have 38%, so it's perfect. In the third sieving, higher than 4 millimeter, we have 18%, so it is in the range, perfect. And also at the bottom, higher than lower than 4 millimeters, it is 39%. So it's a very efficient TMR for high production dairy cow. That's why on the bottom we have 40% of TMR, which the length is lower than 4 millimeters. We know that to consider the PENDF, the physical effect, we have to measure only to sum the first 3 sieving, and we can add this 3 percentage and multiplicate for the percentage of NDF, and we do have the physical effect NDF. It's a measure of the fiber, and it means how good is working the rumen due to the fiber content inside. Now we go to take a look inside to the other cows. Just to give you an overview of the Italian production, we do have 1.8 million of dairy cow, and 2/3 of this dairy cow, they are in the north of Italy. Italy produces 13 million of tons milk per year, and we buy from abroad, from the other European country, around 7 million tons per year. On the other side, we do sell hard cheeses like Parmigiano Reggiano and Grana Padano, typically from this area, for the equivalent of 5 million of ton per year. So the rate of self-sufficiency in Italy today is 84%. We are not at all self-sufficient for the milk in the Italian market. We move now inside to take a look of the cows. This is the group. We take a look at the feces, the quality of the manure. The feces are well digested without any presence of mucin. Mucin is an index that got the intestinal problem, but it's not here. Quality is good. Even if the farm is old, 5 years ago they decided to invest in the ceiling fan. Even if here we are at 400 meters height, and it's the summertime is never too hot like in our valley. These big size cows. The feces is good. They are ruminating. What about the stall? The stall, they have the rubber like mattresses. We don't have much problem of laminies here because 2 days a week after milking, after the milking parlor, the cow pass through a bath with a hygienizing product to help against DD, dermatitis, interdigital. with a nice view on the mountain. Score is 3 and well digested, not too soft and not too hard. This is the internal part of the barn, with very important the chimney fairing on the top, and the quality of the TMR, where 20 kilograms per day of corn silage, 35% of dry matter. And then I will show you in detail the ration for this cow. Here we see for the fresh cow we add some alfalfa hay to help the rumination and to dilute a little bit the high moisture corn that there is in the TMR of the ration for the milk, the dairy milking cow, because we try to avoid to use too much, more than 5 kilograms per day in dry matter of starch coming from high moisture corn. It's very common here, and this is in this the fresh cow here. They check it for 1 week. They measure the temperature every day, and if they have some problem they stay longer. They also check the BHBA to test the ketone body. And in this side we are in the dry cow area. This is far off, and then they moved here in close up, and over there is the calving pen. This is the close up. Here we add 3 kilograms of anionic feed compound every day to raise the percentage of starch. Here we are in Asolo, in north of Treviso, near the mountain Dolomites, and this is a new farm just built. We have the animals. It's a small farm with not very good genetic, but it's nice to see the structure and the spaces they are available. No? The farm is built with the new technologies. This is the dry cow. It's a 12 meter length and 10 meter wide, 120 meters square for 8 cows, so 15 meters square for each cow. Ceiling fan for ventilation. The structure is very new with the lamp, LED lamp everywhere, with the fairing on the top for natural light, and the structure is very good and very functional. And here there is the Bumatic milking parlor. This is another farm in northeast of Italy, in Treviso. Quite new farm, also with ceiling fan. Right now it's 4:30, so in the afternoon they are getting ready for the milking. space are enough. This is only the dairy part, then there is another cow shed with the dairy cattle, and one more for the heifers and the dry cows. Big spaces with the fairing on the top for the ventilation. Today is quite fresh, cool weather, so it's not we don't need of the ceiling fan. There is a many crossbreed with Fleckvieh and Holstein and the red Holstein.